Hello everyone, welcome to the webinar of Alerts4Dynamics. In today's session, we will see how the users are get notified so that they can implement right action at the right time. So this side, Jairaj Nadar, I'm the business development manager. So I will be the host for the today's session. So for your information, all lines will be muted. In case if you have any questions or any queries, feel free to put it in the chat window. So while having a Q&A session, I will be answering all of your queries. So before I deep dive into this demonstration part, so let me give you a short glimpse about iNogic. iNogic is one of the leading service provider and an independent ISV. We are also an exclusive Dynamic 365 CRM boutique shop that has been in the business for more than decades now. We also been active in the CRM community in which our blogs are very popular. As you can see on the screen, these are all the various productivity add-ons which iNogic has to offer. Among all, I would like to talk about few key flagship product of iNogic, starting with Maplytics. Maplytics is a market-leading CFMD certified product which provide capabilities like visualizing CRM data on map, route optimization, territory management, smart appointment planner, and much more. And next, I would like to talk about SharePoint Security Sync, a comprehensive solution for integrating a dynamic 365 CRM with SharePoint along with the document management. So apart from this product development, iNogic is also an SI. We do provide an offshore development services by assisting our partners and the customers. So if you need any more information related to any of our productivity add-on, you can reach out to us at crm@inogic.com. So this is the agenda for the today's session where we will be seeing the key features of Alerts4Dynamics, followed by live demonstration. And finally, at the end, we will have a Q&A session. And yes, before I deep dive into the features of Alerts4Dynamics, so I just wanted to give you an explanation how this Alerts4Dynamics solution can really add a value to your daily business practice. So since in the current world, in the out of the dynamic CRM, there is no provision where user get notified about any alerts or any notification that has been something popping up to the user within the dynamic CRM. So there could be also like some important messages if I wanted to notify to my users within the CRM. So currently there is no provision or any alerts that has been triggering to the user. So this is where our product Alerts4Dynamics comes into the picture, where it alerts the user at the right time so that the users can implement right actions. So we'll see what all the benefits or the features that Alerts4Dynamics has and how it can really add a value to your daily business practice. We'll start with the key features, that is automation using criteria or events. So when you talk about events, so any actions that has been performed within the system, let's say, for example, a record is updated or created or any so to talk about, let's say from the sales angle perspective, if any new lead is generated in the system, that should get assigned to the sales team or the salesperson. So that is something, the events that has been automatically created and the alerts will get triggered to the respective users. So in a detailed how this alerts work, I will show you while showing the demonstration. And the next feature is message rich text. So this is the new feature that we have recently added up as an addition in our solution. So earlier we used to support the plain message text where you can define like what message that you wanted to convey to the user, what message that you wanted to notify to the user. So that's what like you can define in the, you can configure in a two-way, that is in a plain text message or a rich text message as well. Next comes the alert categories. So there are three different levels of an alerts categories that you can categorize and show or trigger the notify the users how you wanted to show it. That is whether you wanted to send the alert as information, warning, or a critical. It's completely up to the user's choice, like how they wanted to show the alerts. Dismissible and auto dismissible alerts. So whenever any new notification that has been received, and you can define or you can configure. So whether I wanted to show this alert as a dismissible. So whenever if user dismisses that alerts, even that can be also tracked. So let's say the respective managers can able to see which user has read the notification and which user has dismissed the notification, so that they can able to know or track the user's actions accordingly. So that is something pretty much configurable. And define audience. This is the important part, I could say, because you define the target audience. So you define whether whom you wanted to send the alert. So let's say that could be some marketing department, sales department, or operation teams within the organization. So if my sales director wants to send an alert only to my sales team members, and the marketing department wants to send an alerts only to the marketing team, or operation team to and specific to the operation team members. So that is something defining a audience. So it's up to the user's choice whom you wanted to send the alerts. Display option. So how you wanted to show those alerts. So there are currently we support three different types of an options over here. The display option, that is pop-up notification, form notification, and email notification. So these are the three different types of display options currently we support. So it's up to the, so even this is simply a configurable one. You can define how the alert should get notified to the users. And search notification is something that we have added up in the notification bar. Like if you wanted to search any alerts, you can simply tap it and search with the search notification tab. So these are all the key features of Alerts4Dynamics. Let's see all of these key features in a live action. So let me switch back to my CRM window. So for the webinar purpose, I've already pre-configured Alerts4Dynamics, a model-driven application in one of my demo environment. And based on the use cases that I mentioned, like based on the alerts. So as I mentioned in the start of the, while explaining the features, there are different levels of an alerts are there, like event-based alert. That is something, the first alert that we can able to see. So to come to the coming to the use cases. So to talk about event-based alert. So I've considered one use cases as per for the demonstration purpose. However, you can relate or you can able to correlate this use cases as per your own business requirement as well. So coming to the use cases, let's take an example. Consider whenever any new case that has been assigned within the system, like any new cases that has been assigned to the user, the alerts will get triggered and it will get notified to the user. So let's see how that is happening with the help of event-based alert, and we'll see what it requires in order to configure that. So the configuration part later down in the session, I will come and explain how you need to configure that, but we will see how the things are working as expected or not. So for the better understanding, I've logged in with the one user, two different user. That is, one is the Sam, who is the logged in user, who is the administrator access. Consider he's been having a organization level access. So he can able to create manage alerts within the system. So on the other window, I have logged in as a, so this is the other user, that William Smith. William Smith is the considered the salesperson of this organization. Whenever any new alert that has been notified to him, that will be seen as an alert. So this is the two users. So let's see how this configuration works. The alerts get triggered whenever any new case has been assigned. So how the notification bell and how the notification looks like. So if you see over here, the notification bell, this is the notification icon of Alerts4Dynamics. So this notification bell along with the red dot. So when I say a red dot, that is something similar to like what we see in the LinkedIn, right? Whenever any new notification that comes in, the LinkedIn shows with the red dot or red icons indicates that a new notification has been there for us. So that's all the same concept and the idea. So whenever any new alerts that has been triggered or that has been notified, the user can able to see a bell icon along with the red dot, something the new notification has been popped up. So coming to the use cases, so over here, let's say I'm assigning a case to the other user, that is the William Smith. So for example, this is the owner of the record is Sam. So let's assign this record itself. So this is the case in which uh, William Smith wants to work. So what happens is like I'm assigning this case to my other user, that is William Smith. We'll click on assign. So now what it will happen over here is I've already pre-configured the event-based alert. So in order to perform the event-based alert, just you need to create simply the workflow, the out-of-the-box workflow that you just need to create, and just one small configuration, a one-time configuration that you need to set it up. So once that has been done, so as soon as like this could be one of the use cases that I was talking about now, like how the case has been assigned. So let's go and check, and I will talk about more on that part. So now the case has been assigned to the William Smith, right? So if I go into the William Smith account, I should be able to see alerts for Dynamics with a red dot indicating with the bell icon. So that means a new notification has been shown to the William Smith. So let's go and check whether that's the case or not. So let me refresh it. This is the William Smith account. So this alerts can be seen or viewed within the CRM. It's not related to the specific entity where you are standing. So if you are seeing in the home grid and whenever the alerts has been notified, so you should be able to see a notification icon along with the red dot indicates that a new notification has been popped up. So if I click on it, so there is a red dot, that is a new notification. I will click to it and I see. So this is the record that has been assigned to this William Smith user. So based on the categories level, if it is a critical, it will see it in the critical, warning, or an information. Since I've done it in the information, I can see it in the information over here. And in the all section, I can able to see that. And this is the search functionality which I was talking about. You can search it and so get the alerts that you are looking out for. And from here itself, I can click on that particular record and navigate to that particular case and start working upon it. So this where like rather than instead of navigating to the different pages, or also there could be some important case that where the user get missed or it has been not solved. So this is where our like the alerts for dynamic solution, which really notify the users so that users can implement right action at the right time to get the case resolved. So that's where our event-based alerts works. Like it is something pretty much configurable. And so for the configuration part, just you need to create the workflow. So if you see over here, I have created the workflow that for the case entity, whenever any record has been assigned, this workflow get triggered and you should be able to see that notification that will be sent to that particular user. So this was about the event-based alert. So this could also be a good example where you can able to use it like whenever any lead has been generated in the system, any new lead, incoming lead is coming into the system. So you can alert your sales team members. The sales team members should be able to get notified about that particular lead and they can immediately start working upon it. So this could be also another use cases which we came across from all of the customers and the prospects across the globe. And yeah, that's what you can also able to relate how you wanted to trigger this alerts to the particular users based upon your business use case and the requirement. So to talk about the other use cases that we will see now is the other alerts, that is the condition based alert. So when you talk about condition, so that means like you wanted to define certain condition or rule, that is also called as a rule based alert. So if that rule-based alert has been get satisfied, then based on the condition, the alerts will get triggered and it will get notified to the user. So you define that target audience as well. So let me show you that one taking an example. Let's say I wanted to create an alert for the accounts whose invoices are in due by this on or before 29th March. So that is something, a condition that I'm specifying it, right? So on or before this 29th March, that is before this financial year end, I wanted to uh, notify the users about the invoices which are in due for that particular any account. So that is something, the condition that I'm specifying it. So here you will create an alert that we have a alert as rule-based alert, since you are specifying a condition out of it for the account entity that we have been doing it, and the rule mode. So we have a two options over here, that is advanced and simple. So when you click on a simple, that means on a view, based on the view that you selected over here, the alerts will get triggered to that particularly. And if you select it as advanced, so by seeing this fetch XML value, you may think that it is really complex to write a fetch XML value for me in order to satisfy the condition or something like that. But it is absolutely not. You can simply get this fetch XML value from the advanced find setting. So if you all aware about our advanced filter in the CRM, so you just put that condition over there, get on advanced query, download the fetch XML query, and then you can put that fetch XML value over here. So that's what I have done it. I've downloaded that fetch XML value query and I've simply copy pasted the fetch XML value over here. So based on this condition, like you can define the intervals. So how long, like when this alert should get triggered. So what it will do is when you set it as a poll interval as every 2 hours, that means so it will check for this. So what it will do is every 2 hours, it will check for this condition. If it satisfies like any account whose invoices are in due or not, if anything satisfies, then that will get triggered and it will be notified to the users. So that is what the interval that you can define it. And yes, you have created the alert, but what message that you wanted to convey to the user? So as I said, like we do support like rich text message as well as the plain text message that if you wanted to send it to the user. So that is something, the message that you are conveying, right? So that message, just you need to create it from here by simply clicking on the new message. However, for the webinar purpose, I've already created one message that is invoice due. So over here, if you see here, the process start date. So when you wanted to run the alert, when you wanted to process this alert, so that's what you can define the date and the notification configuration. So you can define how you wanted to show this alert to the user, whether you wanted to send it as a pop-up, form notification, email notification. It's completely up to your choice how you wanted to configure the alerts and the alerts warning. So there are different levels of an alerts. As I said, warning, information, critical. So if you wanted to send this as a warning, I'll click on warning and I will save it. And if you wanted to configure it as a dismissible, auto dismissible, it's up to your choice. And the notification message. So this is what like the plain text message, and here you can define the rich text message as well. Define the language and the notification audience. That is the important part. So target audience is whom you define the target, like which user wants to see the alerts and which user you don't want to see the alerts. You can simply exclude that. Security roles, the team wise, if you wanted to send the notification, yes. However, by default, if you don't specify any target audience over here, in that case, the alerts will get triggered to all the users within the system. So if you don't specify any target audience, then by default, as I said, the alerts will be get notified to all the users within the system. So for this purpose, I have not created any target audience. I have saved. And on the ribbon bar, if you see, you have some message that click the activate to publish this message. Once you activate this message, so then this rule will get run and get triggered. So it will check for the condition whose invoices are in due by this 29th of March. And if any invoices are in due, then the alerts will get triggered and it will get notified. So if you see, like we have defined the condition, I was talking about the rule-based alert, right? So we have created the alerts, activated the message. That means the alert should get triggered and notified to all the users. So I see a notification bell icon along with the red dot indicates something, a new notification, right? I will click on it and I will be able to see. So there you see, these are all the accounts that I can able to see whose invoices are in due, and I get this message as well. So from the user perspective, what he can do is he will be able to see these alerts within a system. I can click on it. I can navigate to that particular account. I can immediately follow up or start working on this potential account or a follow up on this particular account to get the payment done from there. End. So that's how the condition based. So this was the condition that I've taken an example for the webinar purpose. How this could be also something like if you wanted to set any follow-ups like based on the rigorous follow-up that you want to do it, or based on the condition if you wanted to satisfy it, any of the particular alert should get triggered like invoice due or a reminder renewal follow-up. So all this can be done by simply creating an alerts within the system so that that will get notified to the user at the right time. So this was about the rule-based alert. However, if you say when you are thinking about it, you may also think, what about if I can create a record-based level alert or not? So if any record account is there, if I wanted to create any alert specific to this particular account. So in that case, yes, it is pretty much possible. You can create a record-based alert as well. So this could be also useful when if a user wants to rigorously follow up on this particular account or get in touch with potential account in 1 month, 2 months down the timeline. So in that case, he can able to create that, right? So in that case, he can simply click on the new button and create that follow up or the record-based level alert as well. So that's how the record-based alert that can be set within the Alerts4Dynamics. And last but not the least, like it is the announcement-based alert. So that is the name itself says that if you wanted to send any information or if you wanted to pass any information to all the users within the system. So in that case, yes, we use a global announcement-based alert, also called as a like announcement or a global alerts that we could say in this as a in the system. So let's say take an example. If a sales director wants to send an alerts to all of the sales team, passing an information like there is an annual sales meeting on so and so date. So in that case, you can simply create an alert type as an announcement and send a create a message. The message creation is same as which we have seen for the rule-based alert, and they can able to trigger so that all the salesperson can able to get a message that annual sales meeting is held on so and so date. So this was one of the example that I have taken it. However, this could be also useful when if HR of an organization wants to pass the information to all the employees or like triggering an alerts, or if from the management, if they wanted to pass any information, they can send an announcement based alert. So this was like you can also create the business requirement as per your use cases that you have set it within the system. So this was all about the Alerts4Dynamics. So that's how like implementing this Alerts4Dynamics is really adding a value to the users so that the users are implementing the right actions at the right time. So now shortly you will receive a poll on the features that you like the most in Alerts4Dynamics. So I would kindly request you to cast your vote on the features that you like the most in Alerts4Dynamics. So this statistic would be really helpful for us to know more insight about the alerts and the interest that the people have shown on related to the alerts. couple of more seconds to cast your vote. So I would kindly request if any of the attendees left to cast your vote, please do cast your vote. So in the meantime, also, I would like to talk about the notifications. So let's say if I'm the sales manager, if I wanted to, the alerts that I've created, if I wanted to know which user has read and which user has dismissed the notification, we have entities called as a notification, and you will be able to see the list of users who has read the notification. It will show it over here, all the users, and who has dismissed the notification. That also list you can able to see it here at what date, at what time. So this is something that we have given in addition to all of the administrative access, like who can able to track and know which user has read the notification and which user has dismissed. So yeah, thank you for casting your vote. So let me switch back to the presentation. So these are the some of the few FAQs that which we received a common question from our customers or the prospects. So like, does Alerts4 want to work across the devices? So yes, it is pretty much compact and it will work. Is there any limit in configuring alerts? So currently there is no limit as well. And can anyone see the alerts from anywhere? So as I shown as well, like you can within the Dynamics CRM, you can able to see the alerts anywhere in the system. And yeah, to talk about like how to get started, it is really simple. You can download the solution from the app source, Microsoft app source, as well as from our website. And also we do have an online docs where it will help you to configure the things at your end. And also if any assistance needed, we are happy to help you on that as well. And the supported version is Microsoft Dynamics CRM 9.0 and above, which can deploy on online on-premise. And the supported version is also on the Dataverse as well. So now let's have a Q&A session, guys. So yeah, please feel free to put your questions on the chat window. So myself and my tech teams are here to answer all of your queries. Yeah, any questions, any suggestions on the Alerts4Dynamics solution would be highly appreciated, so that we get to know about your suggestion, and your feedbacks will be taken into our consideration, and we'll see how we can incorporate that. So yeah, we have a questions like, in simple rule-based alert, is it possible to use a personal view or only the system view? So I guess in this case, let's say if you have any custom entity that you have configured, and in that custom entity, if you wanted to create any views out of it, and then you wanted to create an alert, then in that case, yes, it is pretty much possible. You can create a simple rule-based alert, and in that case, it is possible. However, if when you're talking about like system views, so yes, any more questions, guys, would be highly appreciated. Yes, and also if any suggestion and feedback would be highly considered and taken into consideration. So we have another questions from one of our attendee, like, can we push alerts based on business unit? So Jobin, like when I was showing that demonstration, so if you see that target audience, in that target audience, so yes, we do have that provision where you can able to push an alerts based on the business unit. So you can select that business unit over there, and then yes, the alerts will get triggered to that particular business unit. So yes, it is pretty much possible in that case. I hope that answers your query. Uh, yes, guys, any more questions and any suggestions, feedbacks would be highly taken into the consideration. Please feel free to put your questions. Yeah, thank you, Etany. I hope you liked the session. And yes, we will send you the recordings and the collaterals post this session. Any more questions, guys? Would be highly appreciated. Any Emma, Richard, Jobin, any questions? Okay, it seems like we are good for now. So in case if any questions arises, then I guess, yeah, we have questions. No, okay, fine. If any questions arises post this session, you can reach out to us at crm@inogic.com. So yeah, we are here to happy to help you and assist you on that. So I hope you guys liked the session and enjoyed, and I hope Let's for Dynamics can be a good solution for you in adding a daily business practice as well. So thank you for attending the session. So have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.